Alright, so just have a look at Colours by Felipe Baldomir. I'll just go through and I'll play it and then go through each part of this opening riff in a bit more detail. So we're going to start off, we're in open D, so D, A, D, F sharp, A, D, and then capo is on the 8th fret. We're going to start with our first finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, and then our 3rd finger on the 4th fret of the D string, and then we're going to use our pinky on the 4th fret of the higher A string, which is usually our B string, and pull that one off. And then we're going to play the open D and hammer on this 4th fret. So we're going to take that finger off, play the open string, and then hammer it on. And then just play open, high D. Then we're going to go to open and just play the A string, the D string, and then right up to the high D where we're going to pull off from the 4th fret, and then hammering on to the 4th fret on the next string down, the A string. So we've got open A, open D, and then pulling off from the 4th fret on the high D, hammering on the high A, and then open D. Alright, so far that means that we've got play that once more, just slowly. And then with my right hand, I'm mainly playing, I'm trying to use as many fingers as I can, because as it gets faster, you don't want to be using the same finger on multiple strings, or it's just going to be too tiring. So playing with my thumb, my index, then I'm playing with my middle, index, and leaving my ring finger to take that top string at the end of the phrase. Alright, so I'll just speak you through that one more time. So 2nd fret on the A string, 4th fret on the D string, pulling off from the 4th fret on that higher A string, hammering on with the higher, not the highest, but the higher D string, and then playing your highest D as the open string. Then we're going open A, open D, pulling off from the 4th fret of the high D, hammering on to the 4th fret of the A string, and then open D. Then we're going to go to the 4th fret of the low D string as our new bass note, and then we're going to play open D. Basically this is similar to the first phrase, so we're pulling off with the 4th fret of the A, high A string, hammering on to the D string on 4th fret as well, and then high D. So oops, sorry, I pressed the wrong one. And then we're just going to shuffle up 1 fret to the 5th fret, play that one on the low D, open D, and then we're going to go right up to, I need to figure it out with the capo, so 3, 5, 7th fret. I just am playing this with my pinky. Can be a bit hard with the pull-offs and hammer-ons, but this is just the way that I've found works best. So low D at the 5th fret, open D, and then on the high D we're pulling off from the 7th fret, and then on the next string down, the open A, we're going to hammer on to that same fret, and then play open D. So you get, so those last two, the second half of the opening riff is, alright, so I'll just play through the whole thing slowly again. So hopefully that helps a bit in just playing that opening riff, and yeah, we can work through the next part shortly.